Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm JC, and today's video I'm going to be discussing a few things that you can do to help you out if you're falling behind in your NaNo word count or your NaNo goal. We all get to that point sometimes where we fall a little behind, and it happens to all of us. It's not just you, don't worry. But I've come up with a couple of things, my 5 R's, that hopefully will be able to help you figure out, how to bring it all back together and get on track. So, number 1, reassess. Go over your outline, story beats, storyboards, whatever you use to plot out your novel, and if you've gotten off track, go back to the point in the outline where you felt like you were on track and kind of reassess where your story is, where it's headed. Is it still going in the direction you thought it was going to go? Has it changed for you? Has a character appeared to you and told you, no, I want it to go this way, and you've been fighting it so that you can stick to your outline? Remember, I talked before about your outlines don't have to always go according to how you initially write them. They're just structure to fall back on. So if you've come to a point where you've veered away, this might be the time you need to reassess and go back into where you did feel comfortable and see if maybe your story is heading in a different direction than you initially thought it was going to go. Check your beats. Make sure you're on track as far as your beat sheet. Or maybe there's a beat that you don't need and you're trying to force it in and you just can't make it fit. You might just need to take it out. Save the cat. I don't think it was meant for you to be so strict with it. She even says in the book that there may be some beats you feel you don't need. It's just up to you and your story and where you want it to go. If you're a pantser, here's the thing. I know you don't like the outline, but maybe what's hanging you up is that you might need to jot down a few points of at least where you're going in the scene that's coming up, the direction you're going, to make sure you're on track. I'm not saying you need to outline an entire novel suddenly, but if you're a pantser and you've hit a wall, perhaps take a beat, plot those next couple of scenes out. Just a couple of scenes, that's it. And, make sure you're on track. Reassess. Number 2, reconfigure. You may not have the ability to take a huge chunk of your writing day, 2 or 3 hours, to sit and write. Lots of people do. If you're a freelance writer or editor, you more than likely have that time that you can do that. Or if you have stacked with clients at the moment, then you might not have that time, but you can always fit in a writing sprint somewhere, I have found. So for instance, say you have a lot of stuff around the house to do, got a lot of cleaning, got a lot of laundry, fit in a sprint in between. Throw a load of clothes in the washing machine. You can easily squeeze 2 sprints in between while you're waiting for the clothes to wash, when you're waiting for them to dry. Even in folding, you can always do a 25-minute sprint. If you're doing Pomodoro style, it works really well, because I've done it. Do a 25-minute sprint. Take the 10 minutes or 5 minutes in between the Pomodoro, fold some clothes. Do another 25-minute sprint. Another 5 minutes, fold some more clothes. Just like that. Or if you're cooking dinner, I've done this too. If you're baking something, easily throw something in the oven. You got at least about, depending on what you're fixing, 30 minutes to an hour. Do a sprint. So that way you can get it sprint done and you're still cooking. If it's not something that, if you're frying something you still can squeeze in a little 10-minute, 15-minute sprint. I have been known to bring the computer out to, or my laptop out to where I am in the kitchen so I can keep an eye on what I'm frying. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. So just reconfigure your time. You may not be able to take a whole hour or 2 hours, a chunks of time, and write, but you can always squeeze them in between your other tasks that you have to do. Number 3, reaffirm. By this I mean check in with yourself and see if this might be the time where you need to switch projects. I know there are quite a few people doing multiple projects for NaNo. I, for one, while I can work on multiple projects at a time, normally, it's not successfully, but I can. But during NaNo, I choose not to because I like to focus on that one novel. But there are a lot of you who are doing multiple projects. And then there are some of you who have watched some of your vlogs and found that you are writing a project, but your ideas are pulling you away for a different project. And I even discussed with someone in the chat on the stream the other day where she said she was really struggling with the current project because her heart wasn't in it. It was in another project. I suggested that she take the time and maybe switch to the other project if that's where her joy and her heart was. And I believe she said in another stream that we were just in last night that she did switch and it's going so much better. And she thinks she's going to be able to make up the word count. So we're only on day 13, hopefully, when this video goes up. It's not even quite, just almost halfway there. You still have time to switch. If your heart isn't in it, it's probably going to be more of a struggle. And writing is not supposed to, well, it depends on the purpose of why you're writing. But writing is not supposed to, overall, it's not supposed to be a struggle. It's supposed to be something you enjoy. And perhaps the project that you're writing right now is not meant for you to write right now. Maybe the other project, that idea that's pulling your attention away, is the one that you should be writing right now. It's not too late to switch. Check with yourself. Make sure that you still want to be writing the story that you're currently writing. If not, switch now. You can still make up ground, make up words, or even if you don't, at least you'll be writing in a story that's flowing and that you want to be writing. Number 4, release. So we all get ideas for other stories when we're writing on a new project. I think that's most writers. And then we all get stuck with, I don't know what to do with these ideas. These ideas are coming, but I'm working on this novel. And this is different from what I was just previously talking about. I'm not talking about ideas that are pulling you away from your current project and you no longer want to work on your current project. I'm talking about just ideas that are distracting you from the current project that you do want to work on. But the ideas are calling. So take an hour a day, more if you need it, and just do a quick brain dump of ideas. Maybe you need to do an hour in the morning and an hour at night in case you get an idea during the day. Just do a quick brain dump, write all the ideas, jot them down, put them in a document so that they're out of your head. They're not distracting you, but you still have them and you can go back and expand on them once you are finished with your NaNo project. That way you don't lose the idea. Because I've had ideas that I did not write down many times, and I don't remember them anymore. So since that moment when I lost those ideas, I have since decided, okay, I'm gonna write my ideas as they come because I can't afford to lose any ideas. I have a whole notebook full of them, and I'm pretty sure I have enough ideas to last for the rest of whatever lifetime I have. But anyway, and number 5, readjust. NaNo is supposed to be 50,000 words, true, but it's not set in stone. It's no contract. No one's gonna know if you don't do it. And frankly, who cares? It's really just to push you to write a book. That's the point of NaNo. If you don't hit 50,000, it's not the end of the world. If your goal is not 50,000, it's not the end of the world. You just have a 30,000 word goal. It's fine. If you're writing a middle grade or young adult, most likely you won't reach 50,000 anyway. So it's fine. No one's gonna know. You cannot mentally stress yourself out trying to hit a goal that may not be attainable for you. I'm not saying it's impossible. It just, you might have a lot of other things going on, and 50,000 words is just not feasible right now. Readjust your goal. Do not, I repeat, do not burn yourself out or mentally stress yourself out trying to hit a goal that no one's gonna care if you don't hit. I mean, yes, you'll care, but you started a book. You've written words. If you get to 30,000, that's 30,000 words you didn't have before you started it. You've accomplished more than most people who are just thinking of writing a book. So take that with you as confirmation that just because you didn't hit 50,000 doesn't mean you're not a writer. Doesn't mean you can't do this. It just means you got stuff going on in your life and you can't do 50,000 for the month of November. It's fine. The world will not end. With that, those are my 5 R's to maybe help you get back on track, refocus, and once again, reassess, reconfigure, reaffirm, release, and readjust. So that's it for this video. If you like what you see and you want to see more videos from me, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button and let me know in the comments. What do you do when you off track and you're falling behind in your NaNo project? How do you get yourself back on course? Until next time, have a blessed day. Bye.